We have got a serious problem in Rise of Kingdoms, and the problem is our garrisons are getting absolutely pummeled. Like, this is like the days of, like, swarm meta can't even justify this. Like, you can't even run garrisons right now. Like, it's the only thing that works is Attila David. So this is the video that's going to talk about the problem we currently have, and if this archer commander Hayam, who's going to be released in the game next week, if the new archer garrison can actually combat this. I don't think he can, y'all. So we're stuck. It's either pick your poison, or you're going to get wrecked by the rally, or you're going to get wrecked by the absolute onslaught of the swarm. So stick around while we talk about it right now. Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chadsky. I do videos for Rise of Kingdoms, guides, updates, nuances, all the different things I do with content. I do it all the time. And if you guys would be so kind, throw a like on here if you enjoy this video. If you get anything out of it, we want to give you real rock life application, if you will. And if you're not subscribed, consider doing so. We push through 80,000 subscribers, and you can hit that bell if you want any alerts when I put out content like this. And we're in the middle of our video giveaways for the month of May. We're giving away $10 flux for every single video. All you have to do to enter to win is put a comment down in the comment section of this video. So from the previous video, and I'll have a card in the top, the previous video, obviously, we talked a little bit about the next generation of MGE commanders we're going to see, the next generation of commanders in general, what troop types, and my boy Braddox says, thanks, boss. Awesome video, man. Hopefully next generation will be AoE. Community would love that. Now, he's talking more in the general sense of AoE commanders. They're going to give us in the wheel for our field commanders and the next generation of cavalry, archers, infantry, all that fun stuff. So, appreciate you, buddy. You win the $10 flux. Find me in Discord. And speaking of my Discord link, that is down in the description. Well, what you're seeing here is a couple of clips from our previous Kingsland fight. And we are trying to hold flags as best we can. And anybody who was in this fight, this was an Imperium level fight in the kingdoms of 2359, 365, those were our enemies, and 3308, and that they were our allies, and us in 606. And anybody who knows anything knows that you could not garrison anything in Kingsland that was going to get swarmed. You could not garrison effectively with infantry, with archers, with nothing. Attila David was the only thing we could garrison with. Now, we did have some players garrisoning with Gorgo and Martel, who kicks back a lot of damage on the counterattack and the anti-swarm. But you got to remember, Gorgo Martel just getting wrecked by the rally, guys. So when they put a good rally on you, like we're fighting 2359 here, and I'm facing a Mars rally. Like, Mars got some of the best infantry gear and setup on his rally that there is. And we had to run Attila David. In fact, it's what won us the KVK. 3308, of course, they're big whales with Lion and Hope and Velociraptor and all them. They were having such a hard time holding flags against 365, and they were just running the wrong garrisons. They were running archers and infantry, and they were running David primary for cavalry with Hector, which is not great against swarms. And we helped them change their whole dynamic. They had a couple of players who had an arch formation set on Attila, and they went to the Attila David. And then they just started wrecking. Just 365 could not spin the troops on swarming at that point. And the reason why we bring that up, and the reason why we're in a bit of a problem, is because there's an imbalance right now when it comes to being able to hold flags. Now, it's not just on the Imperium side, guys. We're seeing this on the A seed, low A seed, like just about anybody playing the game half competitively. The swarm meta is just too much. It's just way too much. Let me show you something here. And I've shown this before. So let me pull this thing up real quick and show you guys. This was the swarms that I did, the swarm meta that I had. Okay. And this was all against Gorgos, CYs, Didos, Davids, even Attila. Like, this is what the swarm meta does. Okay, you see my Attila Achilles just wrecking. Okay, and you've got Luce and Tarek. Look how well that thing did. Sun Tzu with BQ, and a Gang with Subutai, Gang with Achilles, Herman and Tommy. I was even putting stacks on the garrisons. You've got Sun Tzu with Wallace just cooking. You've got even Luce with BQ a couple of times that I ran with the Luce primary. Even had some Ashurbanipal stuff towards the bottom here. So when you use those rally commanders and you start swarming stuff, like, guys, it's just out of control good. And we've got a serious problem right now because we don't have any commanders that will do this on a good scale of being able to handle the rally and the garrison. So when Kingslands, when you're getting like flags, and just so for people to understand, okay, let's go in here. I'll stop the video here. Let's go in here and understand here what we're talking about. All right, when you have a flag and you have a flag in Kingsland, okay, or a flag in Lost Kingdom, you have a troop cap of 2 million, right? When you have a fort, let me come down here to the fort, and you have a fort in Lost Kingdom, you have a troop cap of 3 million. All right, so forts are much easier to defend. When you have a, let me see here, when you have a pass in Lost Kingdom, okay, any kind of pass, where's the pass that we actually hold? Is it down here? Let me show you the passes that we have. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so any kind of pass in Lost Kingdom is going to give you a 3 million cap. Like over here in Home Kingdom, it's only 1.5. But any passes or forts are 3 million. That's why they're so much harder to swarm. But when you roll with flags and you only have a 2 million cap in your flag, it's very easy to swarm down. And it's hard for the garrison to hold it. It's hard if you're not rotating. You see the garrison right now that we're doing. We're rotating these Attila Davids like crazy. There's no healing factor on Attila, so it's harder to sustain. But you're doing as much punishment as you can. And so from there, it's like the only thing that works. And I'm not sitting up here just going Attila simp all day long saying it's the greatest thing ever. Oh my God. I'm saying it's the only thing that comes close to working. And so we've got a massive problem. All right. And so from this, we got to look at the new Archer Commander, right? Let's bring him up. Pull my comment down here. This is Hayam. He's coming out into the game. All right. We're going to have tests on this guy. We're going to test it to death. Oh my goodness. We're going to test it like crazy in about a week and a half. Okay. But you go into his commander skills and he does really good single target damage, right? And he does some weird things with his kit that we can help explain. But if you look at his second skill down here, and it is one of those that's your stat stick, right? It just gives you the stats. Well, 30% attack and 10% health isn't that great. He is going to counter the CPO Millis and Evar rally as far as the infantry smite goes. We know this. We've talked about this guy at length. The problem I've got with this is when you look at his skills, there's nothing in here that kicks back damage except his expertise. Now, here's the trick with his expertise. He deals 5% more skill damage, which is great, and true damage. Okay, so you compare this guy with CY. He's a skill damage commander. He's an Archer Garrison, okay? But when you're inflicted with a control effect, and it's very, very clear, this is not like a Cage of Thorns slow effect. This is not like a normal debuff. It's a control effect. It is 3 components of that. It's silence, it's disarm, and it's the heal immune, okay? And so the main thing is that this is countering Scipio Aemilianus with the silence. It's countering it. And so from that, whenever you try to put a silence on this guy, all right, he's going to kick back a ton of counterattack damage. And so you just don't silence him. You're not going to rally this guy with Scipio Aemilianus. You're not going to rally him with Evar, okay? Because the hard part with Evar, running him primary, first of all, let's talk about Scipio Aemilianus real quick and just give a quick refresher just so you guys understand, all right? You can swarm him or you can run a Scipio Aemilianus secondary in the rally because he has to be the primary commander. If this commander is serving as the troop's primary commander, the target will be silenced. Okay, so to mitigate that, you just put him secondary. Well, the problem with Evar is that he's got the defense tree, guys. He does not have the smite tree. All right, and you want to maximize your tree, right? You want to maximize the smite tree when you've got it. Hold on, I've got it down here. That's what you want to run on a rally. If you want to run the defense tree, those are like back in the days of Pakal. All right, this does not enhance smite damage. And so from there, it makes it really, really hard. It's kind of pigeonholing you in the situation where you got to rally it with archers, you got to rally it with cavalry, you got to rally it with something, not infantry, and you can't really run Evar. So we understand that's like a good counter to the infantry rally. The only problem is when you don't try to silence it, there are no counterattack damage. There's no anti-swarm on this guy. And that's a problem for me. It's a problem for all of us. Like they're just throwing in another commander that's going to get swarmed down to hell. Like, holy geez. And it's like, well, CY, he's good enough. You can use CY to garrison, and CY's got some components. And yeah, I agree. CY does. He's got a lot of components when it comes to, where's he at? When it comes to anti-swarm, he's got a lot of components when it comes to anti-swarm. That's great. The only problem is, these are all the swarm reports against CY. Oh, gosh. What are we doing here, y'all? Like, it's just, this is what I'm saying. And it's so funny in the game when we have a commander like Achilles or like Attila, and how he's just withstood the test of time. They're making this guy meta. It's not Attila's fault. Don't blame it. Hashtag don't blame Attila. Okay? So from that standpoint, it's because they're releasing commanders that are not addressing the current meta right now. The current meta is this guy's going to get cooked. I'm just telling you. Like, I just fought in the KVK, and this is nothing new. This is nothing new. These types of swarms that we see have been going on for a while, and they've just gotten more potent and more powerful. Gang is broken at swarming, guys. He does this healing factor. He's broken at swarming. Sun Tzu, broken at swarming. Okay, you put the rally commanders in there. You use Ashurbanipal, use Tariq, use Justinian, use some of these crazy rally commanders that are even old. I was using Tommy. I was using all of them. And now you can use Ivar, and you can even use the Scipio Milianus as a secondary to your swarm marches. And it's just wrecking garrisons. Like, if they want to balance this, if they really want to balance this game, they got to take this guy, and they got to make his second skill have like 20% more normal damage or counterattack or something, or make his expertise to where if you take any kind of control or any debuffs, you cleanse the debuff and you do a bunch of counterattack. Whatever it might be, but this ain't it, y'all. And we're going to be stuck in this situation because next we got to wait a leadership and an engineering MGE cycle, then a cavalry rally cycle that they're going to finally give us two combo commanders for cav rallies. That's what's so funny with cav rallies. People complain that cav simps complain too much, that we bitch too much. Well, we do, because we just don't have the commanders. We only have one combo rally commander, only one. You can't really run them with any other combo commander, even a field commander. We only have 2.5 combo field commanders. And so with Attila, we've just been sustaining. But imagine with another combo rally commander, oh my God, what that's going to do to this guy? Plus the swarms? I mean, in a fort or a garrison pass, if you go fort or passes with this guy and you have a 3 million cap and people can't swarm you as much, this guy with Hector is going to crush everything. It's going to kill rallies. The only problem with that is when you get into Kingsland where it really matters, when you're defending flags like this, okay, when you get into Kingsland, you got to defend flags. You got to hold flags, and you're just going to get pummeled, guys. You're going to get absolutely pummeled and wrecked. And so with that, I don't think that this next Archer Garrison is going to combat the swarms and the swarm meta, and we got a serious problem. We've got a serious problem. So, wanted to send this out, wanted to let everybody know, biggest concerns that I've got with this, garrisons are just unplayable. Is that it? Is that the conclusions we have? It's just impossible to play garrisons. It's impossible. Okay, and I can go through them just one more time on here. Let me go to the garrisons. Where are they at? Gathering garrisons. Okay. All of our boys here. If David's primary with Hector, there's not a lot of anti-swarm on that. It's going to get cooked. Okay, we all know about Eleanor. All right, Gorgo. The only problem with Gorgo is that if you put her with an anti-swarm commander, like a Hera, all right, or even a Martel. Where's my Martel at? even a Martell, you're going to get cooked by the rally. Like trading 2.5, 3 to 1, or 1 to 3, 1 to 2.5. It's going to be just wrecked. There's nothing we can do. It sucks. Oh, let's put him with Tokugawa. He's great against the rallies. Let's put Gorgo with Hector. We put her with Hector. That's great against the rallies. It gets murdered by the swarms. Just pummeled. It's insane. Oh, CY is good against the swarms. CY? Like, you put him with Hayam, and you could try to have that balance of anti-swarm, but we're swarming CY all day long. All day. And if you don't give him a commander that has any sort of anti-swarm, you give him this guy, which is, he's going to be phenomenal against rallies, guys. But against a swarm, that ain't it. Oh, geez. What are we doing here? Oh, gosh. Anyways, if you got anything out of this video, if you got any kind of content out of it, enjoyment, entertainment, or if it helped your account, throw a like on here, help us out. And with that being said, we hope you have a great day, broskies.